Live from New Jersey, it's the One Player Podcast with your host, Searching for Renoa. Musical guests, background music from Pirate Warriors 3 because I tried to do this on YouTube, but the free XSplit it won't let me. I have to pony up the monthly $14.95 for that. I was just gonna do this one time because I all but promised for like weeks and weeks and weeks. I said I'm gonna do it live, and he said you're gonna do it live. I'm gonna do it live. Especially after 25 disappeared accidentally. My own fault for deleting that. I'm usually way more careful than that. Ugh, I was just like, oh, is there a way to get it back? And it's all stuff from like 4 years ago. And I'm like, okay, well, let me get Firefox, and I'm like, oh, this is stuff from 4 years ago. I'm like, shit. Well, guess I'm screwed then, so I might as well, I remember most of the stuff. I just lament losing the intro with the Rock Hawk, like, don't you dare be sour. No, it was don't you dare sit and mock. Clap for your 25 episodes and feel the rock. Once again, big thanks to, Hunter/Psychotic, his 1,000-Year Door playthrough for that. He's garnered me a couple times to play Rock. And I just came up with that voice, like I said. Again, it feels like a mix of Foghorn Leghorn and Hercule Dub Chris H. that just sometimes shit just comes off my top of my head like that. That's what that voice was. But anyway, trying to go over what I did last time as I go through Pirate Warriors and kill shit with Lucci. Hopefully, I got the sound down a little bit so it won't carry, but you'll still have something to the background or whatever. Just so I don't get thrown off Twitch or whatever, just even though I'm only doing this one time. I don't even know if anyone's gonna show. I pretty much said for like 2 or 3 days ago. This is so last minute because I didn't know if it was gonna work. But anyway, what should I got? What's his name? Okay. But yeah, Raw had like big debuts of Braun Strowman. That was last week. He's really cool. Again, I said he looked like Eric Rowan and I think it was Eric Rowan and Sylvester Terkay just fused or something. Or like 2 Eric Rowans became one, a la Jet Li in the One or some shit like that, and it just got like retained all his powers or whatever. Didn't even know he had powers. Well, he's supposed to be like a Vintner or something like that, but I guess that's over and done with. He's a torn bicep or something like that. That's why he's been out for a while. In doing this, I might not be able to, But yeah, Braun Strowman, the Dudley Boys came back, which, okay, you're pretty much, I guess, done with the primetime players, because they were like guys who had cool vignettes, but that was about it. It was all done with. Oh shit, Mihawk. It's gonna be weird juggling this. Jeez. At least Enderu's on my side for once. Hasavista back too. Bye-bye. But yeah, I've been playing Fantasy Life. Still, I'm getting a lot of been mastering all the classes, and every time you master one, you get a like a little song and dance number. The one I just got was for, I think Miner was the latest one, and they have like a cool rap song. But like, hey, mining, or I forget what it is or something. It's probably all on YouTube or something like that, but they're all really cool. So I'm not paying attention and not doing the whatchamacallits enough. If I'm gonna do it. Well, I only need 1,000, so I might be okay. Oh shit, it's all the way over there. Didn't even notice. But yeah, there was like that. There was the mercenary class talking about nothing but being disreputable bounty hunters, just in it for the money. But then they're like, we just hope we get cute girlfriends and they like us, or something like that. It's very English. Like the rap was very English. The minor one, if you can find that. Oh, he fucked off. If I was quicker, I might have gotten to him. He'll be back. Uh-oh. They switched sides. The rapscallions. Again, this isn't a big whatchamacallit, so I don't want to do the whatchamacallit even if it'll give me 100. I will... Oh, as soon as I get over there. I will, however, fuck him up with this. Easy to. Boom! Got some of it. Can get him in the corner. But yeah, I mentioned all the stuff I ate. That McDonald's buttermilk biscuit, that was good. It was a buttermilk chicken sandwich. It was, like I said, it was like the closest thing to eating a Chick-fil-A without all the religious the strong Christian overtones. I don't want religion in my lunch, goddammit. Sacrilegious as that sounds, but whatever. I realize what I just did. Don't bother pointing out. Hotch on you and shit. Ooh, I get a refill. Nice. Oh wait, where is the? Okay. Ugh. I thought I could do this with the whatchamacallit and have to scroll down or whatever, but no, I have it in a separate window. I guess I'll break that shit open. Really, I gotta go. Oh man, that's a waste. Wait, no, there's one down here. Shit, I'm gonna lose it. Damn. This isn't working out well. And I gotta pause every once in a while to scroll down my text box so I know where the hell I even began. I talked about how Sting took over the last week, where he took the place of Seth Rollins' statue, which we got to see an early peek of. I guess they didn't finish like the U.S. title; it looked unfinished, but I was like, oh, it looks so good. Again, I wanted to cut to the scene from Rocky 3, where it's like Mickey looks at the Rocky statue, and is like, it's a thing of beauty. It's Seth Rollins. You gotta beat the Stinger. I don't know why I went Jimmy Durant you there. I resisted your scotch. Murder comes at Jimmy Durant. Separate coincidence? No, yes. Speaking of Rocky, that looks like I may have already shown you the picture of alternate for Street Fighter 5, and Ryu looks like he has that what the special offer on an upgrade. God damn it, fuck off. Don't need that shit. Sorry, new Windows 10 giving me a bunch of telling me, hey, get Office. I don't need Office. I use Notepad. That's what I'm using right now. Probably have to pay for that shit or whatever, I don't know. I thought I had Office. I thought it was the whole point of keeping Windows 10 to get all that shit. Give me the goddamn update and you ain't even done updating. But anyway. Street Fighter 5, yeah, Ryu's got like a... It's like Rocky 4 montage when he grows that full-on beard. Just... Chun-Li looking... curvilicious and all over the place. Cammy in like a wetsuit, and Bison's got a sick goatee on like a even more fancy. It kind of looks like the color scheme of Brocken Jr. from Ultimate Muscle. But he's got like, he's got like the gray hair, but the goatee is what sells it. I'm like, oh man. The only thing is they're all like they're pre-orders for now. I'm sure they'll all be on PSN, but they're all in different spots. Ryu's from GameStop pre-order, Chun-Li's on PSN, which like I said will all be at some point I bet. Cammy's at Best Buy and Bison is Amazon. And MK10 in 2016 is going to do more DLC, four more newer characters and one more stage. This isn't going very well. Or at least this portion of it. Then again, I usually don't multitask like this. Again, I was forced to because I don't have what I need to do the... Like, YouTube just won't let me do it. Sorry, this is in the way. I'm trying to. This shit was I. Nothing for that. Nothing for that. You might have seen the video earlier where I did the Stewart's versus Yield Philadelphia Orange Cream. Which one was the best one? That's on there. That's the video I did yesterday. Yeah, definitely gonna have to do this again. I don't think I have enough. Wait, who else do I have? He might work better. Just because he's kinda in the same vein. But yeah, anyway, the main nitty-gritty of things is, as always, the suplexing. And hopefully after that, I'll get like a Q&A segment. People actually show to this thing. Again, I announced this at the last minute. It's not funny. Alright, but it opens up with, Raw opens up with Sting. He's saying, I was in this ring, last time I was competing was against Triple H. And Seth Rollins, you, my friend, are no Triple H as good as you are. You're not on the same level he is, and I don't know why he thinks he deserves to be mentioned in the same breath as guys like San Martino, Warrior, and Andre the Giant. Well, PM's N-word Shabu. I'll have to beat his ass. I haven't unlocked him yet. I guess he's got the whatchamacallit now. Oh, Alvita too. That's one of those things where I gotta beat one or the other, I think. But anyway, he says, yeah, you're not on the same level though, but and then they go back and Seth Rollins no Triple H this week. I don't know why. I guess he, like, last I seen him, he ran away from Sting for no reason, even though he won the match. Again, how I would have done that is Sting would have been there with, like, the baseball bat. Triple H would have came in and been like, you son of a bitch, how dare you ruin the ceremony? And he just guts him with the, like, that I could buy. I guess he's over in NXT, just making that better. So, I guess I don't know the whole story, but yeah, Seth Rollins, it's just Seth and Stephanie this week for as far as the authority goes. And he was like, you believe it? You believe him talking shit about me like that? And Stephanie's like, you know what, I hate to agree with Sting, but yeah, he's right. You're not as good as Triple H. You will someday come to that level, but you're not there yet. And Seth gets upset. He's like, he still has my statue. I don't know. It's been a whole week since I've seen my statue. I'm gonna... And Steph's like, you know, why don't you call him out and demand where his statue is? And Steph's like, alright, I'll fucking call him out and demand where my statue is. Dolph Ziggler and Lana once again. That ends in disqualification. It looks like Ziggler's gonna win. It looked like Ziggler was about to beat him too, but Summer Rae gets involved. So I guess we're pulling to a mixed tag for whatever, or maybe not, because there was a segment. She's talking with I think it was New Day or somebody like that. Hang on, I got it written down. And I think the crowd was doing the "Let's go Rusev, Rusev sucks" chants for that match. I don't recall. Again, I don't get that. Like, cheer for the other guy too. Like, he's there. Like, you know. Got my A's. I can, what you call it? I can still kill people with this. But yeah. Oh, it's hot. Oy. But yeah, both they do the double count thing, but both manage to beat that. But yeah, it was just like it ends in disqualification. Then there's like a segment. She's talking. It's Renee Young having like a backstage segment with somebody. I forget who exactly, but like behind her, Summer Rae like sneaks into. Oh no, it's Dolph Ziggler, because he says like, you know, Lana's like, I'm gonna go take a shower, and he's like, yeah, I'm gonna go grab a shower. I guess with her or like separate. I don't know. You know. I thought they were together. I thought that was like the thing that they were gonna do. But anyway. Behind them, Summer Rae just sneaks into his locker room, and then later on in the night, we see her run out of there when they're getting an interview with the Ryback for his title match against the Big Show, who he beats thanks to Miz's interference. So yeah, this segment continues, and I guess now Lana is just distrusting of, like he ran out of there, and you see Ziggler pop out with like a towel around him, and it's like, oh, it's very incriminating, but yeah, it could be anything. Did he or didn't he? He explains to her like she was there for like a minute and like nothing, and her side of the story is like he called me in, he wanted to bury the hatchet between all four of us, which immediately sounds like bullshit because you just had a goddamn war with each other, then in disqualification because you got involved when he was in the midst of finally getting a measure of revenge on the guy that tried to take months off his career. Like, again, if I was Dolph Ziggler, I'd pretty much show up with a steel chair and wrap it around his big tree trunk legs and just start jumping up and down on it. But yeah, it's AJ, not AJ, rather. But yeah, we talk about the... Bella says that for that Monday was like 14 days in. Goddamn train. Sorry about that. Ooh. Again, that's the thing of opening these windows outside, but if I don't, I'm gonna melt. Because even though it's only 84 degrees, it's still coming off the summer. I was hoping Jon Stewart could find a way to interfere and stop this longest reigning Divas champion when she's barely defended it at all. Like AJ for the most part, day in day out, defending that sumbitch. She was pretty much in all the matches because, you know, she was a big draw. And the Bellas are a big draw on Total Divas until they have the division the Divas Revolution to kind of circle around them. It's, yeah, they still have the title, but it was 2 weeks from that Monday, and she's ripping off Jericho. She says, she goes like, go to the Bellatron, and it's just like on the Titantron there's like a countdown. I'm like, that's not a real obscenely expensive Geratron 5000. Get the F out of here. And then there's like a beat the clock challenge by for Team PCB from this sorority submission or something like that. Escort your ruler. Fucking working for Wapple, which I guess is kind of like working for what's his name? Both talk a lot of shit. CP9 Spandam. Oppa Spandam style. Op. Oppa Spandam style. Hey, sexy Khalifa. Because that dastardly Wapple again. This time I'm helping him out. But yeah, it was like a series of boot the clock challenges, and it's all the what was it? I have sometimes trouble remembering names like that. It was Becky Lynch versus Alicia Fox to start off, because it was PCB by way of winning that big SummerSlam match, which then on Monday she came on. The Bells came on and says, win and losses don't mean anything. I assume the Divas division, I assume for the longest time they fucking didn't. Alright. Oop. That's right, I don't have that anymore. I forgot to switch. That's my fault. But yeah, apparently it's... So yeah, you got like 3 Divas matches and they all end in less than 5 minutes each. So I'm like, ugh. So I was really up at arms about this one. So yeah, so much for your Divas Revolution. You had arguably the best one there, Sasha Banks, for like a minute, because Charlotte goes in after Bray, who just runs around a lot. Like, wow, they're really gonna do the runaround thing, and she's not gonna do it. No, she... Like, it's like Rambo Rao, in the middle of a battle, Brie Bella forgot to wrestle. And so, it was like a... What was it, like a minute 40 or something like that? Charlotte took it. And so, it was left to Paige and Sasha Banks. Like, criminally, they were in there for like a minute and a half. And there's some heel shenanigans on the outside where Paige looks like she's about to beat her, but they're the rest of the team bad pull her out to the safety of the outside of the ring, so they don't. I did that too early. That's what I get for multitasking, but whatever. On SmackDown, I think she had a match. I forget what match it was on SmackDown, but good news. She said I have a petition here, and I'm going to see if I can get my my title shots before you break the record, and which of course pleases me greatly. Even if you just tease that, I'm like, ooh. So at least, I guess that's the virtue of bringing it up, but I don't know. Because I don't really know that much of Charlotte outside of... And again, this is probably my fault for not watching NXT, but all I know from her is she hangs out with Paige and Becky Lynch, and she's the daughter of Ric Flair. She goes woo, she got the cartwheel, she moves amazing in the ring, but there's, a little more to it than that to be like Divas Champion. I'm sorry to... Because when AJ was it, she could wrestle, she could talk shit just as well as any guy. That's why I did that that one reenactment of hers. I'm like, she's the only one worthy. Her and Trish Stratus was mega heel. That was really good as the champion. That Jezebel done... She's like, I know what you're thinking, JR. That Jezebel done stole your table. Like Diva Champ Hill. Not Divas Champion. Women's Champion. It's been so long. But yeah. She was amazing. And I just don't know if... Paige seems like she might be able to elevate that. Charlotte? Who knows? Maybe. Again, I haven't seen that much of her. Maybe I'm wrong, but I don't know. That's all I've seen so far on the roster, and that's more the fault of the booking. I've said it before and I've said it again. Done. Keep your finger off the goddamn switch. Took Vince with you. What else happened? Yeah, it was Rich Brennan making his Raw debut and bringing the Ryback, but I said what happened to that already. And then there was like a Miz TV on SmackDown for them where she brings up the whole story where like Ziggler tried to bury the hatchet, and then he started like taking he was standing there in the towel and he was beckoning me to come in. And I got to see Ziggler fully clothed, and I ran out of there because I was devoted to Rusev, conspicuous by his absence ever since he lost that match. He was not on Thursday, so I don't know what his thing was. There was like an interview of whether I didn't catch this, but apparently like I think it was like with Cole, and he asked, "Do you still love Lana?" And you didn't give a straight answer for that. He just I guess he left or walked away. I don't know. I didn't see the segment. It's a WWE.com thing. Ugh. So yeah, it's all he said, she said nonsense. Ziggler had a really good put down for Miz. It's like, yeah, I know you like to play at stirring the pot just like you like to play wrestler, actor, and TV host. And I forget what it ended with. It was like, unlike WrestleMania, like it was memorable or something like that. People actually remember her. Something along those lines. Oh, hello, Winkle. That's the Divas match. Sorry, I have this written down in order. I'm just trying to go through it. So I got that down there. I should have put it on a separate piece of paper, really, but then I would have been looking away. This is so clutch cargo, I know. But I promised. By hook or by crook, I said I was going to do it, and I'm doing it. Even if no one shows up. I guess I can cancel early with no Q&A if no one's going to show. Nobody loves me. I'm so wrong. Alright, activate that shit. Dudley's have a segment with saying we're the most decorated tag team in history. They're getting interviewed backstage, you know. But that magic number is 10. We want to be the 10-time World Tag Team Champions. To do that, we got to go through New Day, who are sitting at the front of the table. A table we're going to put them through. And what are you going to do when 25,000 strong are screaming, Devon, get the tables? If only they kept this a live version of that. I don't know. I guess you would have to pay royalties for that. It's the regular one. It is that song that, you know, how we shut them down, give them a blast, put 2 shoes in their ass, get the table. Which is their best song. With this Saliva one, just kills it. Saliva also did that awesome, I'm the king of my world for Chris Jericho. That was good too. Alternate universe where we get them to do everybody's theme instead of CFO $, I think they're called, or whatever. I don't listen to modern music. Another classic between Kevin Owens and Cesaro on Raw after their I'm like, okay, well, again, it's another repeat match, but and there was a lot of that too. Like, oh, it's after SummerSlam. There's a lot of repeat matches now. But it's one I certainly won't complain about these two putting on a show. I think Cesaro at some point, like he gets tossed to the outside, lands hard on his ribs, like on the edge of the like it's like Taker Brock all over again, like where he lands like rib first on the corner of the table, or like the side of the table. So he may be done in for a while, I don't know. But he was on SmackDown in a match against Sheamus, who thought he was going to win. And it looked like the ref was going to... Like, Cesaro looked like he was going to win, but then, like, the ref... Like, he's stomping a mud hole, and Sheamus... It's like the ref pulls him away, and then Sheamus just rocks out, boots him in the corner, and wins. I'm like, that's cheap. And people are on there like, why aren't they pushing Cesaro? Because they're pushing... Like, Kevin Owens won the match on Raw. Let him get pushed. And the thing with him where he's like, having an interview on SmackDown. He's like, hey, you want to do, you want to gloss past my thing? You just want to, like, what's next for you? And it's like, oh, you just want to gloss past what I did to Cesaro? I took the Swiss Superman 2 nights in a row and beat him. Clean. So it looks like Owens is back again. He's going to be that real hardcore mid-card guy. And the end of his segment was, you know, I got to boot down. You know, I got a lot of people to prove wrong and boot down because they're all like, oh, he's not the athlete how an athlete should look because he's a little like he's supposedly plus size. But yeah, you do. I want to see fit dudes do main eventers do half the shit he's capable of. That senton's a thing of beauty, man. Big Show tried one at SummerSlam, and holy fuck, that was bad. So I don't know what that was. Was that trying to show him up or something like that? Because you failed. And miserably, might I add. But yeah, he ends the interview segment with like, what's next for me? Shutting these people up. So all the people who say that, you know, I'm too... You know, I'm not the right size or whatever, you know. I say bring it on. Actually, I got, more importantly, I should say, feed me more. So, possible new Intercontinental Champion Kevin Owens? Yes, please. Maybe you can do it, and hopefully he does. And by he does, hopefully booking doesn't F it up. Let him do what he... Let Owens be Owens. Just let Owens be Owens. And it's working out for him. Now, there's some instances of that where they're letting people like Cesaro's kind of thing, like, he's starting to get over again. But yeah, my whole grin was like, why are they pushing this guy? And I'm like, oh, get close to it. I was like, what happens next? They did all the whatchamacallits. Yeah, goddamn freaks of natures from both of these guys. Takes like a... Like Cesaro blocks and reverses in mid-air tornado DDT from a 300-pound Owens. Like just... Like their match on SummerSlam was good, but I think Raw may just... I don't know, it was as good, but it was still two guys just at the top of their game, just putting on a clinic, as only Cesaro and Owens can. Wrap up here. Oop, I'm doing the wrong way. But yeah, Braun Strowman. He had a match with Dean Ambrose where he was just no-selling everything. It's like Monster Kane early Attitude Era all over again. Like there is a spot like, because what happens is like it's a match with Dean Ambrose and Dean is just trying his damnedest to inflict some damage to this guy, but he's no-selling everything. And he's just tossing him around like a ragdoll for a while, and at some point he gets to the outside of the ring and starts choking down. I think it's like a claw of some kind. I guess he's like Von Erich or something. The Von Erich claw of some sort, where it grabs a one hand and the like claw on the other side. It's like trying to squeeze him. Like Great Khali, kind of in a way, but it looks law high. You might be trouble. You might be trouble. And before the match, he's like, tonight, Bray Wyatt's like, tonight you show them what the new face of destruction's all about. And Braun Strowman eerily brings to mind the words that Bray said just before making his debut and attacking Kane, that he says, this is not the beginning. This is the end. The apocalypse is upon you. Because he put that over like... So yeah, they're putting this guy over and like no-selling all the Dean Ambrose stuff, and just like I said, he's on the outside, and Reigns is like, even with a little bit of trepidation, like tries to go over and check on his friend, and then Strowman gets in his face, shoves him down on the outside. So of course Roman answers back, which causes the disqualification. But I'm like, well, okay, he's pretty much screwed him out of winning, but from the way I looked at it, there was no chance he was going to win, so I guess you get a free pass for this one. like usually I'm like, hey, I'm gonna have a match, and then Roman Reigns has to come down separate and go through the crowd and do his match. I'm like, does he forget where the front entrance is? He did on SmackDown when he tried to run after Braun Strowman to no avail. Like, both ended up getting destroyed. And that's while he's working, and this is where the thing where I said it's like, oh, it's like a Monster King all over again. The like early Monster Attitude Era King comes up, like, because there's the spot where he hits the guy in the chair in the back, and then the big Monster Shield just nothing. He just no sells it. Then he just turns around and it's like, oh shit. So yeah, Strowman just goes through everybody. So yeah, I have no idea what the thing is. Does the Shield get a third guy now? Renee, it's with Seth Rollins. He's still incensed he can't find the statue. Summer. Xavier Woods with a long flowing mane, kind of like I almost wanted to say Barry White, but his is like a curl or something. It wasn't that. It was just like straight. Wow. I was hoping that'd be a new thing, but no, he went back to like the ponytail bun on SmackDown when they were having a on commentary with. But yeah, they're trying to get over where they're like, we gotta save the tables, you guys. The Dudley Boys, they're a menace to our furniture. Where would we be without Thanksgiving table, or your periodic table, or your times tables, which is the easy way to say multiplication. Which, if you're back then learning your timetables, you're like 3rd, 4th graders. You didn't know how that sounded. So we got PTP on commentary with the Dudleys going over. Ooh, hey, I got a trophy. Just gotta find out when we get there. Oh, it's probably all the other islands because I've been clearing a bunch of them. That's what that is. But anyway, pretty good stuff. I'm like, they had a table. Like, I was wondering why it was covered in bubble wrap though. But I'm like, oh, okay, it's just taken out of packaging. I'm like, what's those? At first, I was like, the bubble wrap's not gonna stop them. You're gonna go through a table. It's just gonna be a little more fun. You get all get a little bubble wrap like. I'm like, it's fun. But they just eat a 3D and get pinned. I forget who it was. And then on SmackDown, the Dudleys are talking about stuff. I forget exactly what they said there. And then PTP come out and do something. They're like, you know, I don't know how it worked in the Attitude Era, but you gotta earn your keep around here, so you guys go to the back of the line. And Bubba's like, well, do you know who we are? He says it in the whole bully ray fashion. Do you know who we are? That thick New York accent of his. But yeah, the match ends with Raw ends with. Oh, I'm all over the place. Sorry. I'm trying to do this in order, but I'll get back to that. The ending of Raw. Seth comes out, still wants the statue. He mentions he's talking about. He's mentioned like he's as good as Triple H, if not better. Like you don't want to mess with me, and Steph's like, you need to keep my husband's name out of your mouth. You know, you're acting a little disrespectful right now. You know, I told you you'd be there one day, but you're not there yet. And Seth's like, you know, you're right, but I still want to know where's my statue. Where's my buddy Christ? My buddy Seth. I hope somebody thought of that too and just did like fan art of that. Oh, that would be amazing. Just Seth Rollins. Hey! 2 titles. I think that's my favorite joke now because I keep talking. It's the 3rd week in a row I've mentioned it. 3rd podcast in a row I've mentioned it. Rather, not really week because I'm doing this a day early. And I might post this on Sunday or something like that. Whew. Oh yeah, there's that breeze. That's what I want. That's what I want, baby. John Cena comes out and says, you know, Steph's not gonna throw me out this time. And you're about to really hate her, cause she knows what's best for business. If she was really your friend, she would throw me out of here once again. She would do what's best for Seth Rollins, but no, she knows what I'm about. She knows that we don't like each other, but I put asses in, you know, basically put asses in tail tickets, and it's like, yeah, you're right. And as the U.S. champion, that people really did respond to that, and so that looks like what we're going with again. She's like, you know, at Night of Champions, every title's going to be defended. So, wait, I see it. You've already got a title match with Sting for the world title, but you didn't say anything about the U.S. title. And you know, being the former champion, I got that rematch clause, and you know, but you know, Stephanie needed to make it official. You know, the real face who runs the place, and she's like, and again, if I was doing this, and if I had the time, I would cut to that scene from Robin Hood Men in Tights, where it's like, does Cena get another shot? And you get to Ron John is like, yes, he does. Like he fucks up the first arrow shot. He's like, I lost? Wait a minute, I'm not supposed to lose. Let me see the script. Oh, I get another shot. Yes. It immediately made me think of that. I'm like, oh. I was hoping OSW review would jump on that, but they did mention the Sting behind the mask on TNA. That's Sting. That was the only reason I was so pissed at losing the 25th. Again, I'm usually way more careful. Ah, damn. I was upset and I didn't know how to. I was like, no, and come back. So I'm like, all right, let me do my best to cover it. What else happened? I know there was a segment with like Stardust and Neville were gonna have another match, and then the Ascension jumped them from behind. Holy shit! They actually are something to do. They're the Cosmic Wasteland now because they're, I guess, you traded up for a new henchman or something like that. I'm like, okay, that gives them something. But they gotta win. They gotta win now. You know, that's phase 1 complete. But now they look like, I guess they're a good fit with Stardust, but now they actually have to put the effort forward and actually start winning matches. And I guess that's why we saw them back on NXT. Like, I heard they were like in and then out again. We are Buggy the Clown. Yeah, SmackDown opens with the new name more of Save the Tables. Save the Tables. Yeah. I gotta keep mashing buttons because I'm trying to multitask here. Oh, I forgot. Apparently, to back up the statement of fucking, what's her name? Summer. They cut from like when she made out with him when she was a Fandango from like over a year ago. I'm like, that's not gonna hold up. I thought Lana was smarter than that. Like, ugh. But no, we have to drag out this segment, I guess. Oh, I'm so frustrated by that. Really. Oh, there was a funny thing at the beginning of SmackDown because Monday was Dudley's and versus the New Day with PTP on commentary. It was the other way around now. It's Dudley's and versus PTP. And I mentioned that, like, you know, you go to the back of the line and Dudley's were like, you want to do something about it? How about you come in here? And they're like, you know, we got a first class ticket to Dudleyville. And New Day's like, they're already from there. And I'm like, why you're like, we're taking over commentary, and it's like, why are you trying to jump on our commentary like that? You're still out here, you still get paid, dog. Again, heel Kofi, the weirdest yet most welcome thing ever, because oh my god, I'm so glad they decided to put the belts back on those guys, because they're like the Edge and Christian of the now, like that comedic heels, but they still work and they still like draw ire from the crowd, but they're again because they're just hilarious. Oh, that reminds me, I didn't see that podcast that Stone Cold about that had to have been interesting. I'd want to see that. That's probably on the network somewhere. I'll probably watch that sometime later. I don't have to watch anything tonight because the Michiko and Hachin marathons, so it's all reruns. So I should be getting back into 3D Dot Game here because I haven't done much of that yet. I definitely will after this podcast. I'll switch games. I'll just do that on my own time. And I'm going about this the entire wrong way because I should have gotten the thousands by now. Again, I'm not paying that much attention. Whatever. Yeah, Ascension jump him. I said that already. Did I cover everything already? Miss. Oh, R-Truth. Yeah, he's Lucas at this point. He still works here. Bo Dallas back from his trip to Suplex City. I guess did he get a free souvenir? He gets a win over R-Truth. Well, it's R-Truth, but you know he wins. He's another guy who's a comedic heel again. Because R-Truth is making fun of him. Like they cut to a point where they show the Monday night where he takes the trip to Suplex City, and R-Truth is laughing at him, and Bo just loses his shit. Actually pulls a drag out match from R-Truth a little bit, but Bo Dallas just boots the shit out of him. Is this again, could be the modern day Kurt Angle kind of, where he's like he's kind of goofy, but in the ring he'll still mess you up. Like legit. Again, like I don't know that much about Bo Then again, Bo Dallas isn't like an Olympic gold medalist who has that kind of pedigree to warrant that, but it's just something I would like to see. You're working it with the New Day, like those guys can still do some damage. You don't have to do much. Just do what you're doing the New Day. Do with Bo Dallas. And there was a thing on SmackDown where I thought they were gonna team up, but no. Oh, Kuro, you turncoat motherfucker. Well, I guess that's in character. I'm actually glad they brought him in. Because he's the whole reason Usopp joins, but I know he was kinda... But yeah, the first 2 games was like, Buggy! Buggy... And then they skip, because they do Buggy, Don Krieg, and then Arlong, yeah. Yeah, they skip Kuro, they go Buggy, Don Krieg, Arlong. I'm like, no! Okay, you got some fields, maybe I can salvage this. Oh wait, no, that's Hachan, isn't it? Shit. That's a field. I have to try my best. The worst comes to worst, I can run still. I might fuck this up. I forget what their match was. I think Charlotte wins or something like that. It was like it's her and I think her and Becky versus 2 members of the Bellas, the Brie and Alicia. Okay, there's my S rank. I can finish this now. Damn it, I fixed the wrong way. Because he flies all over the goddamn place. Hang on, I'll beat this guy and then I'll check because I think I said everything already. Oh no, the main event for SmackDown was New Day losing out to. Well, no, they didn't lose. I'm sorry. There was another SmackDown ending and a disqualification finish for Dean and Roman. How are we supposed to get these guys over if they keep winning matches but by disqualification? But yeah, it's because Xavier Woods interfered. It wasn't the Wyatts. That was afterwards. And they're like, for Night of Champions, they're going to do a thing. I guess it's 3-on-2. I don't know the full-on thing of that. I have to double-check again. Let me cut to it so I can see so you don't see the... Because I got no pad down here. Yeah. That took a full hour. Because it's or less than, because I started late and it's like 2. Okay. Yeah, that's it. Huh. Didn't take as long as I thought it would. It would have been stumbling all over the place, but yeah. It wasn't as clean as it was, because I usually just look over and just stare into a notepad and just read off. Just look off that and know what I need to say. So I kind of did things out of order all over. So it was a little more all over the place, but yeah. That's the podcast. You see my icon. I hope you enjoyed. Mostly people who are going to watch this tomorrow because nobody showed for the Q&A segment. Wow. What a bunch of jokers. Yeah, fuck it. Alright. Didn't get that much streaming that was anyway. I figured it was somebody. Damn. Well, guess that's what happens when you don't make the dollars or whatever, or however you gotta get over these days. Don't want to do it too. Now I feel like Dean and Roman. How am I supposed to get over? How am I supposed to get over? Am I going Evan over? Speaking of over, this podcast. Well, I guess I can put up my ask.fm if nothing else. If you guys do have questions if you're listening to this, so give some of you listeners post live podcast something. So yeah, glad I saved $15 and didn't do this on YouTube because this was, well, whatever.